This day 914 Arukh HaShulchan. This week's Arukh HaShulchan is being sponsored for schus for Shidduchim. As Hashem, it should be a tremendous to us. We are doing today Siman Tov Reishud Beis Vav till Tov Reishud Gimel Beis. Vav. I know it's achila, but it's siyah. Also, b'yom kippurim api sheinu nichnas l'meyav. The pleasure of eating and drinking on Yom Kippur is also even if it doesn't go into his stomach. Such as when you eat and you chew and you spit out. Because regardless, the palate has pleasure. From this. When he died, you have that true can make you liable of this, because you didn't have a consensus of Gaslam, you come nevertheless it says the rice of the Bezage, Gakin also restores your equilibrium a little bit. And it's like it's no Yisurim that even a portion of the prohibition is prohibited. Even there's not so with eat, such as cinnamon bark or some other sweet wood. Also, you don't allow it to taste and regurgitate. I'm not allowed to smell all sorts of fragrances in Yom Kippur. Even to say by all prohibitions that the fragrance is a substance and will be prohibited. On Yom Kippur, the only things which the body derives pleasure from are forbidden. As opposed to the fragrance, the body does not derive pleasure from it. Only the neshama. If you learn as a Kippur, that's it's not also Yom Kippur. But on the contrary, mitzvah l'arich b'Yom Kippur. It's mitzvah to smell various fragrances in Yom Kippur. They malos mea brachas, or the quote of 100 brachas, which we're supposed to say every day. Supposed to other prohibitions, she'en neshama lanos me iser. Plus other prohibitions. In other words, things which are prohibited. Where we say the Shama should not derive pleasure from a prohibited substance. That's why, but other prohibited fragrances, it's forbidden to smell the forbidden fragrance. If we hold that fragrance is substance. If you ate food which is not suitable for human consumption, even though you ate a lot of it, potter, you're exempt mikores, the makos, so makos, you get makos to rabbanan. People therefore if you ate the leaves of reeds, potter, you're exempt because it's not the human food. If you ate vine shoots, grapevine shoots, should leave Rosh Hashanah, which sprouted for Rosh Hashanah. Potter exempt the eight bamboo is just like wood. But they sprout after Rosh Hashanah, then they're still soft. So this is to be food stuff, and therefore Yom Kippur you have koris. You have people in innovation if you ate dry peppers, and dry ginger. Potter exempt fish is not suitable for eating. You eat them when they're moist, reliable fish us, because then they're suitable to eat. So if you eat salt or spices, potter you're exempt, not suitable for eating. If you eat food which is no longer suitable for human consumption, even though it's still suitable for a dog, nevertheless, potter question exempt course. In Chil Yom Kippur ben shachal davar iser, ben shachal davar heter. No difference in Yom Kippur whether if you ate something prohibited or something permitted. If the food is food stuff is suitable to eat, chayav koris, you allowed the koris, you allowed, and if not, potter you're exempt. You can't say the B'achal is Yom Kippur, and it's Yom Kippur chal iser acher. You might say, but shouldn't say that if you eat in this Yom Kippur, the prohibition of Kippur does not evolve on the iser. Then okay, it's not true. Although it's kind of people say that it's not true. It goes out saying that prohibition is prohibited by a negative commandment. It's a chalav. The severe prohibition of Kippur devolves upon it. But even if it is a more stringent prohibition in and of itself, like forbidden fats and blood, we say Yom Kippur have a iser kolel. Yom Kippur is an Isser which is more expansive. It expands to cover also all foods. And an expansive prohibition devolves upon a more limited prohibitions. So we don't see in such a case that one prohibition cannot take effect on top of another prohibition. It's clear from the Rambam. Also it's clarified there, the Ochel V'Shaisim Yom Kippurim, B'Shoigek, some eats and drinks Yom Kippur inadvertently, Pelim Echad, in one pair of forgetfulness, Ein Chatos, Achas, and liable to one Chatos. Avo Ochel, V'Osem Melacha, but say word eats and does Melacha, Chayiv Sechatos, he has to bring 2 Chatos. V'Om Sham Tzos becomes clarified there, Perkim, the Chav Chatos, V'Sham Shom Aleim Yom Kippurim, people are liable to Chatos and Asham, and Yom Kippur passed over them, Chayav and Levi Achar Yom Kippurim, they have to bring the Korbanos after Yom Kippur. But only liable for Asham Tali, which comes in the case of Suffolk, then Asham Aleim Yom Kippur and Poten, if Yom Kippur pass over, then they're exempt. Sham. Shir Shasiba Yom Kippur, the Shir of drinking Yom Kippur, Kankate and Kippur Chosim is also not like other prohibited substances. Bitam Shin is part of the reason we explained. Yom Kippurim, does Yom Kippur have the Shir Kidesh Yoshuva Nefesh? The Shir is what will restore the soul. Have a hefek ma'achila, so it's the opposite of eating. The ma'achila ratio of Yom Kippurim yosem is shir kol yisurim. If eating, the shir Yom Kippur is a higher benchmark than all other yisurim, which is leniency. Kol yisurim kazayis, all the other prohibitions, they're also kazayis. Yom Kippurim because Yom Kippur is only also the size of a large date. Which see have a hefek, but it's the opposite. The b'chol yisurim avi yisur shesiyah. Revis, every prohibited drinking is prohibited. The size of revis 3.3 to 4.1 ounces. Yom Kippur have a shurikum lo lugma. This share is like a cheekful. The one apparently pachas revis by a normal person that's less than revis. When we talk about cheekful, we mean kol shil masakut sarecha mipiv. If you put it one side of your mouth like this, what to the side? This side. If you saw him it looks like a cheekful. The Sharatzin says it doesn't have to be lo lugma berevach. Okay, lo lugma an narrow lo lugma. Shekol echam lo lugma detail. We rank each person according to his cheekful. In this respect, it's also like eating the bechol b'nei odam. All people have shir. Eating is universal this year. Not so by drinking. That every person is restored, at least partially, by having the cheekful according to his cheek. All beverages with starfing said joined together to make up the malo lugma prohibited amount. In terms of the carrying gaps in the drinking or eating, there's a machlekes. The Rashi would taste this having shir b'chtei achilas pras k'mo achila. Rashi tastes the shir is k'zayis koseves b'chtei achilas pras, like by food, like by eating. Came before they had bekrisus. This seems to split krisus. Nam Rambam peg based in dakos of shosamat. Person drank a little bit. The shachas of a shosamat, and then he drank a little bit. And yes, with cheshasiya from the beginning, I was drinking. At so at the end of drinking. Achri on the last drinking. Kadesh siyas revis. The amount of time it takes to drink revis. We start from the shir, then they join together. Be one shir v'im laban. If not aimed at starving, they don't join together. B'chein posay b'chol yisur. The sotli basket all other yisur. Begdam machol sasus. Katomol v'chachmi aderis. The stage of the generation astonished. V'nachlu b'yar dvar. We explain what he means there. The opinion that both the eating and drinking are measured by Kedech is pras. Good. If you drink beverage is not suitable to drink, part of the question example occurs. After you drank brine, or fat of fish, or chometz chai, or undiluted vinegar, so strong as she will bubble, turn in trouble, falls on the ground. Parts of the cars, except from cars, Marcus and Marcus body, so again, Marcus to a barn. Shmuel says if you drink a lot, some people say if you drink a lot of vinegar, you're chayiv, because that does break your thirst. Your hunger, excuse me. Um, you drank with vinegar, diluted with water, the amount a cheekful chayav, you're liable. So somebody drinks oil on Kippur's Patim Kares. The Zuki Mazikli, because the oil drinking I had straight up oil is bad for you. He said, Bereish Perek, Ketzam Varkim Ayin Sham. Okay, you're out. So these measures are for the obligation of Kares. Avalina and Easter, but those are being prohibited. I feel a bit still cold, even a little bit of drinking. Also, there's awesome rice, drink, eating. The Chatzishu, awesome in that Torah. A half a measure is awesome in the rice. I will but by his saliva, well, it's not shaykh to speak about swallowing. Shmuel says that swallowing your saliva is okay because you have no cloud. That's nothing to do with drinking. Again, people there's no substitute. Otherwise, I will love to do humbly absent. You have to spit up the whole day without interruption. Because I've been a mother with the league of Yom Kippur Mashkim. No rights to eat food and beverage on Yom Kippur to give to children. You yourself are going to come to eat and drink of it when you touch it. End quote. Flow time becomes Pesach, not like comments on Pesach. The Amos Yom Kippur and love, because here the fear of Yom Kippur is upon it. Both for them are the Pesach and a both of them which is here. Basically, don't completely cancel eating and drinking. Hashem Shem Yochim afraid, therefore you're going to eat or drink the chametz. Gamkein, together with the rest of stuff. Hashem Yom Kippur is supposed to Yom Kippur. The Basil Gami are completely separated from eating. But there's no concern about this. Kemash Yuma Ayin Sham. So it seems the case in Meseches Yuma. Kaf Reish Yud Gimel. Dini Issa Rechitzi B'Yom Kippurim. The prohibition of washing on Yom Kippur. Gimel base. Aleph. Also the chayt now to wash B'Yom Kippurim. On Kippur, I feel even one limb. Within hot or cold. Feel a sheet that's a remind you to stick your finger into the water. So the chitza is not for washing. Also, it's been in the Zogang, it's time, it's a little bit of pleasure, it's also a little bit of pleasure. Feel a yard of a part of a gufla malay even if your head or your hands or your face or your body is full of sweat, it's also. Excuse me. Which will seems to indicate that if the sweat is very what's the word for fancy word? No, it is. If there's a lot of sweat, profuse. That's the word. The profusion of sweat. Then, and you want to wash in order to remove that sweat. It's mutter because it's not a sweat. It's not a washing pleasure. Unless somebody's not sensitive and doesn't require this washing, it's properly machmir not to wash at all. Okay. Why is also even to remove the dirt? However, the perspiration is also a pleasure to remove the perspiration. Of his face or his hands or his legs or the rest of his body was muchachim, was dirty, but with soil, with excrement, with pitch and excrement. You're allowed to wash the dirty place. There is a time it's not for pleasure. You'll have it but to remove the dirt, the defilement. And the Mishnah says that you should have in mind you don't have to have the pleasure of the washing, but to remove the dirt, to remove the perspiration. The dirt. No, here it's dirt. The water should not go on a place which is clean, where it'd be the pleasure. You can just get pleasure. Mishnah says that if it's a case where there's widespread pitch and mud on your body, you don't have to skip the clean places. Somebody has to no bleed. Not to wash with water. Chodmo, his nose, his fomo, and his mustache, and muchachim, which are disgusting. Bedam with blood. Mitam's effort in this account. Mishnah teflo dam mitok shinam. Somebody who has blood dripping out of his teeth. Also, he told Mayim with feel dichon. Can't put water in your mouth and wash it out. Eli Kanech B'mapa, use a cloth. Since the only prohibition is wash your pleasure. Chazal said, the Muti told you love Shachris Yom Kippur, you have to wash your hands in the morning Yom Kippur. It's going to be tough when you're in the bed. There's no greater dirt than having risen from the sleep. The people always know you're not supposed to, before you wash, not supposed to touch your mouth, your ear, your nose, or your eyes. Coming with Shabbos. It says Shabbos Kuf Ches on base. There's not for the pleasure of washing. El Havi Ruach Ra to remove the bad spirit. Hashor which devolves on the hands overnight. Cut him until Shabbos before one washes in the morning. Therefore, you should have in mind for pleasure. I forgot these email, even though you automatically get pleasure. It's like some you can't avoid a situation, but does not come on again. Pleasure from it that it's okay. Yeah, Fukim Yechame as opposed to if he has Kavanah, I forgot lo hefshar, even though he's not supposed to do it, it's awesome. Like he said, he told Elat Sof Kish, it's supposed to go to the knuckles. That Shom Shali Ruach Ra, because Ruach Ra only goes up to there and no further.